How are you, my SSC candidates? Hope everyone is okay and fine. In the previous class, I also started our new topics, chapter 3, cell division. Here, the cell division, there are two types of cell division. One is the mitosis and another is the meiosis. In the previous class, I also explained about the mitosis, where it's happened, basically somatic cell and also asexual reproduction. It also happened this there. Today, I also explain about the meiosis. In the meiosis, in this process of cell division, four daughter cells are produced from the eukaryotic cell. Here, the nucleus divides two and the chromosome divides only once and from the mother cell. In the mother cell, it's also happened and the number of chromosomes becomes half in the daughter cells from any of the mother cell. So the amount of DNA also the half of the amount. In this process, as the number of chromosomes decreases, the process of cell division is called. Its another name is the reductional division. Listen students, in the mitosis we also explain the equational division. Today we also explain about the reductional division, where decreases the chromosomes in the first stage. Here I also draw the meiosis division. Here first structure is the first division and also the reductional division. Here this cell is the primordial germinal cell, whereas the chromosome is the 2n. Everyone see the board. Here I also draw the 2n. And when it's also first stage, this stage is the meiosis 1, is also happen, the chromosome is decreases. Here I also draw this. Here also 4 chromosomes and also the first stage there are also the 2 chromosomes and it is the haploid. Here I also draw the haploid. In the second stage meiosis 2, I also draw the 4 daughter cells. In this stage, it's also happened. This structure is the mother cell, and finally 4 daughter cells, and the nucleus is twice. It's also division twice, and the chromosome also once. Please everyone see the books, and I also explain. Start our meiosis. Where is the happen of meiosis? The question is why meiosis occurs. In meiosis, the number of chromosomes in the daughter cells remains the same as that of their mother cell. Mitosis is essential for the growth of asexual reproduction of organisms. In sexual reproduction, the union of male and female gametes is required. Have you any idea about the gametes? Here the gametes is the haploid, when it's also the 2 haploid and it's also another name is the gametes. If the number of chromosomes in the reproductive cells would be the same as the somatic cell, the zygote would contain twice number of chromosomes than that of the somatic cell. I also explain now the disadvantage of the meiosis. Suppose the number of chromosomes in a somatic reproductive cell of an organism is 4. In the zygote, the number of chromosomes would be 8, and so the new organisms will have body cells with 8 chromosomes. In the previous, their organisms also for 4 chromosomes. The second stage is also the happened 8 chromosomes. Here, that is twice that of its mother organisms. If every life cycle of an organism continues that way, the number of chromosomes would be doubled again and again. In the second chapter, we learned about the chromosomes have the gene controlling the features of organisms. If the number of chromosomes is increased life cycle after life cycle, the offspring will be fundamentally different. Now, I also explain the advantage of the meiosis. In sexual reproduction, even through the union of male and female gametes, The number of chromosomes remains the same generation after generation as the number of chromosomes becomes half in the reproductive cells than that of the mother cell. At the time of development of reproductive cells and in any stage of the life cycle of plants in lower growths, meiosis occurs. The feature of processing half number of chromosomes is called diploid. Again, I also repeat. The feature of possessing half number of chromosome is called haploid. Here the half number is also the N, another is N is called the haploid. Here, when the haploid cells are fused, the state of cell having two sets of chromosome is called a diploid. When they are fused and again they turn into the 2N, another name is the diploid. Here, as meiosis occurs, the features in the species of living organisms stay the same generation after generation. Now, please everyone turn another page where it's occur. Meiosis mainly occurs in the primordial germinal cells during the development of gametes. Here I also draw the primordial germinal cells and it's the 2N. Meiosis occurs in the anther and ovule of flowering plants and in the testes and ovaries of animals. During the development of haploid, meiosis occurs in the zygotes of pollen from diploid pollen mother cells in mosses and ferns. Two consecutive divisions occurs in a cell in the process of meiosis, called meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Here I also draw this structure is meiosis 1 and another structure is meiosis 2 and this the meiosis 2. The number of chromosomes in a daughter cell becomes half that of its mother cell. The second division is simply mitosis. Because of meiosis, the chromosomes number in organisms remains constant. Genetic diversity is also found in species of organisms as the exchange of genes occurs during meiosis. I also draw the another structure of primordial germinal cell. Here I also draw the 2N. It's also the female structure. Another structure is 2N. It's also the male structure. When I also divide this structure, first is N and another is N. And I also divide another structure is N and also N. This structure basically reduce the chromosome. When they fuse, again they also become the zygote. It's also the another name is the diploid. Okay? Can you understand? Now, in reality, sometimes a new species may come into being if suddenly the number of chromosomes increases. Sometimes it also happens in the species of frog, Genopus levis. Here the Genopus levis is the small frog. This structure is the name is Genopus levis. When it's I also explain again Genopus levis. When this structure or chromosome becomes increased, now the another species is Genopus tropicalis. Is the another species in the frog, Genopus tropicalis. Here I also explain about in this book. Where is the Genopus levis and the Genopus tropicalis? Sometimes it also happened in our nature. Genopus tropicalis was doubled in somatic cell, not reproductive cells of different members of the plant kingdom, such as a vegetable like potato. This is a normal process. Sometimes we select this species of plant intentionally or even create them in a planned way because their size is comparatively bigger. Such species are helpful in meeting the increasing demand of food. Sometimes it also the advantage in this nature. Through besides creating homologous chromosomes, have you any idea about homologous chromosomes? Same chromosomes and same cells is the another name is the homologous chromosomes. And through genetic recombination, meiosis also contributes in maintaining genetic diversity. And the another example is the genetic diversity. It also happened from the meiosis division. Here, or genetic variation. Through sexual reproduction, a population maintains its genetic diversity and creates unique individuals in each new generation. So, we also learn about the meiosis. It also give up the genetic diversity or genetic variation. Now, genetic variation. Importance of meiosis. I also explain now the importance of meiosis. Genetic variation among the members of a species is what ensures that the species is able to survive in a changing environment. It's also very important topics. The changing environment, some species also survive and some also not. As an example of dinosaur. Yes, ecosystems are not static and species need genetic variation on which natural selection can operate so that they can adjust with a new or changed environment. If all of the individuals of a species are too genetically similar, have no genetic variation, there is less possibility of surviving in a new situation. A single disease or change in the environment could drive the species of extinction. But if genetic variation exists in any species, there is the possibility of survival in a new environment. At least some members of the species will be able to escape danger that may befall on them. Thus, meiosis increases the possibility of survival by creating genetic diversity. Dear students, I also explain only shortly brief about the meiosis. Basically, meiosis is the another name is the reductional division. Here the reductional division there also happen. Nucleus divides twice and the chromosome divides once. This chromosome divides only once and also the DNA also behave or the half in the chromosome. It's also very important. The meiosis division is also another importance for its the genetic diversity. Today I also close this chapter. In this chapter I also explain about the mitosis division and the another topics is also today I also explain the meiosis division. Thank you my students. Thank you.